Vinicius Junior. From the streets of Rio to the top of world football. From being told not to get the ball to becoming the guy everyone wants to pass to. And now, he's in the race for the Ballon d'Or. How crazy is that? Let's break down his insane journey. See, last season, this guy was on fire. 24 goals, 11 assists, and he pretty much carried Real Madrid to win the Champions League and La Liga. That's nuts, right? But it wasn't always like this. Vini started out in São Conrado, a poor area in Rio. Picture this, a kid kicking a ball around on the streets dreaming big. His family was broke, but they knew he had something special. At just 10 years old, he joined Flamengo's youth academy. The scouts were like, this kid's gonna be a star. But wait till you see what happened next. It wasn't all smooth sailing for Vini. He faced some crazy challenges that almost derailed his career. But that's a story for another minute. You think Vini had it made after that big move to Madrid? Think again. The guy who was tearing it up in Brazil suddenly couldn't throw a ball into the ocean. How does a rising star fall so hard so fast? See, before he even kicked a ball for Real Madrid, Vini was making waves in Brazil. At just 16, he lit up the 2017 Copa São Paulo like a firework on New Year's Eve. This kid was pulling off moves that had people saying, is this the next Neymar? No pressure, right? But wait, it gets better. Vini then goes and crushes it at the South American U17 Championship. He's not just good, he's the top scorer and best player of the whole tournament. Real Madrid sees all this and thinks, we gotta have this kid. So they drop 45 million euros on him before he even plays a pro game for Flamengo. That's like buying a Ferrari before you've got your driver's license. Classic, right? Just another masterstroke from the man himself, Florentino. The man was playing 4D chess while the rest of us are stuck in checkers. So Vini arrives in Madrid with all this hype. Everyone's thinking he's gonna set La Liga on fire. But things didn't quite go to plan. Instead of lighting up the scoreboard, Vini was more like a wet firecracker. His first season in La Liga, 1 goal. That's it, 1 goal. And it's not like he wasn't trying. The dude could dribble past anyone, but when it came to scoring, it was like the goal was moving or something. It wasn't just the lack of goals, though. Vini was missing chances left and right, the kind of chances that had fans covering their eyes and groaning. It got so bad that even his own teammates were getting frustrated. There was this one time when Benzema, Karim Benzema, told other players not to pass to Vini during a game. Talk about a confidence killer. But here's the thing about Vini. The kid's got heart. Despite all the criticism, all the missed chances, all the frustration, he kept working. He didn't give up. Every time he scored, you could see how much it meant to him. Remember that goal against Osasuna? Vini broke down in tears. That's how much pressure he was under, how badly he wanted to succeed. Season after season, Vini kept at it. His dribbling was always on point, but that final touch just wouldn't come. He was like a Ferrari with no brakes, exciting to watch, but you never knew if he was going to end up where he wanted to go. Just when everyone thought Vini's story was over, the plot twist of the decade was about to drop. What if I told you that one decision would transform this struggling star into a Champions League hero? Enter Carlo Ancelotti, the man with the magic touch. See, when Ancelotti took over as Real Madrid's coach, he saw something in Vini that others had missed. He didn't see a kid who couldn't finish. He saw a diamond in the rough, just waiting to be polished. Ancelotti gave Vini something he'd been missing: trust. He didn't bench Vini after every missed chance. Instead, he kept putting him out there, giving him the chance to prove himself. And man, did Vini take that chance and run with it. Remember that kid who scored 1 goal in his first La Liga season? Well, under Ancelotti, Vini turned into a goal-scoring machine. In the 2021-22 season, he banged in 22 goals and dished out 20 assists. That's not just good, that's world-class numbers right there. But it wasn't just about the stats. Vini was playing with a swagger we'd never seen before. He was taking on defenders, making them look silly, and then finishing with ice in his veins. It was like watching a completely different player. And then came the moment that changed everything. Picture this: Champions League final, Real Madrid versus Liverpool. The biggest game in club football. And who steps up? Our boy Vini. He scores the only goal of the game, securing Real Madrid's 14th Champions League title. From bench warmer to club hero in 1 season. That's the kind of comeback story that makes you want to hit that like and subscribe button, right? But here's the thing about Vini's transformation. It wasn't just about improving his skills on the pitch. Nah, it was deeper than that. Ancelotti helped Vini build something way more important: confidence. See, all that criticism, all those missed chances, they'd gotten into Vini's head. But Ancelotti, he helped Vini shake all that off. He taught him how to believe in himself, how to stay strong mentally even when things weren't going his way. And that's the real secret to Vini's success. Sure, he got better at finishing, but more importantly, he got better at bouncing back. Bad game? No problem. Missed chance? He'd get the next one. That's the kind of mental strength that turns good players into great ones. Vini's mental game was on point, but the real world was about to test him in ways he never saw coming. What if I told you one of his biggest victories wasn't scored with his feet, but with his heart? See, while Vini was lighting up the pitch, some folks in the stands were trying to dim his shine. We're talking about racism, and man, it got ugly. In May 2023, during a match at Valencia's Mestalla Stadium, Vini faced some serious racist abuse. But here's the kicker. This time, the bad guys didn't get away with it. For the first time in Spain, 3 people actually got jail time for racially abusing a footballer, 8 months behind bars, and a 2-year ban from matches. That's not just a slap on the wrist, that's a real punishment. And Vini? He didn't back down. He didn't stay quiet. He stepped up and said, "Many asked me to ignore it. Many others said that my fight was in vain and that I should just play." But Vini wasn't having any of that. He didn't just brush it off or pretend it didn't happen. He took a stand. He used his voice, his platform, to shine a light on this ugly side of football, and people started listening. This wasn't just about Vini anymore. It was about every player who's ever faced racism on the pitch. It was about changing the game, not just playing it. And you know what? It worked. This legal decision, it's being called a piece of hope for players facing racism. That's huge, man. But here's the real kicker. Vini didn't let this stuff break him. He used it as fuel. Every racist chant, every ugly comment, it just made him work harder, play better. He turned all that negativity into positive energy on the pitch, and people noticed. Justin Morrow, a big shot in FIFPro's EDI committee, said this conviction was a milestone in fighting racism. And get this, he said it was a direct result of Vini challenging La Liga about how they handle racial abuse. That's right, Vini didn't just speak up, he pushed for real change. So now, Vini's not just a star on the pitch, he's a role model off it too. He's showing kids everywhere that you don't have to take racism lying down. You can fight back, you can make a difference. And you know what's crazy? All this stuff off the pitch, it's making Vini even better on it. It's like he's got something to prove, not just to his teammates or the fans, but to the whole world. He's not just playing for goals or wins anymore, he's playing for change. From struggling youngster to potential Ballon d'Or winner, talk about a glow-up. Vini's journey is like something out of a movie, man. This dude went from being told not to touch the ball to becoming Real Madrid's go-to guy. Crazy, right? Now, Vini's not just good, he's world-class. He's tearing it up for Real Madrid and Brazil, scoring goals and dishing out assists like it's nothing. But here's the thing, Vini's not just changing the game on the pitch, he's making waves off it too. And now, he's knocking on the door of the Ballon d'Or. From the streets of Rio to the top of world football, Vini's showing us all what's possible when you mix talent with heart. This kid's not just changing the game, he's changing the whole world. And man, we're here for it. Smash that subscribe button if you enjoyed the video and want more.